This comprehensive guide delves into the process of raising seed funding for your startup, with a focus on the current situation in Switzerland as of 2025. It incorporates insights from recent trends, legal considerations, and successful case studies to provide a thorough resource for founders. Introduction to seed funding and the Swiss context. Seed funding is the initial capital raised by a startup to cover early expenses such as product development, market research, and operational costs. It is crucial for proving the concept and attracting further investment. In Switzerland, this stage is particularly vital given the country's innovative ecosystem, ranked among the top 10 globally, with a strong emphasis on technology, biotech, and deep tech sectors. Recent data from startup.ch, the Swiss Startup Radar, shows that in January 2025, Swiss startups raised 419 million Swiss francs, a 61% increase from the previous year, with significant rounds in biotech, 286 million Swiss francs, and fintech, 69 million Swiss francs. Preparing your startup for seed funding. Before approaching investors, ensure your startup has a solid foundation. This involves refining your idea, clearly define the problem you're solving and your unique solution. For example, focus on areas like deep tech or clean tech, which are thriving in Switzerland. Understanding your market, conduct thorough market research to identify your target audience and competitors. Switzerland's multilingual and Central European location offers access to diverse markets, enhancing your market analysis. Developing an MVP, create a minimum viable product to demonstrate your concept and gather user feedback. This is crucial for showing traction, which investors value highly. Assembling a team, build a team with the necessary skills and experience. In Switzerland, leverage the talent pool from top universities like ETH Zurich and EPFL, known for producing spin-offs and innovative startups. Understanding the Swiss startup ecosystem. Switzerland's startup ecosystem is supported by a network of universities, research institutions, incubators, accelerators, and government programs. Key components include universities. ETH Zurich and EPFL are leaders in technology and engineering, producing numerous spin-offs. For instance, ETH Zurich is ranked among global leaders in computer science, following Oxford, Stanford, and MIT, and has been instrumental in generating successful startups. Incubators and accelerators. Organizations like Fongit in Geneva, the ETH Innovation and AMP, Entrepreneurship Lab, and Venture Kick provide mentoring, funding, and access to networks. Venture Kick, for example, offers up to 150,000 Swiss francs in pre-seed financing and has supported startups like Depoli. Government support. InnoSuisse, the Swiss Innovation Agency, provides funding and coaching for innovation projects. Recent reports indicate it funded 45 startup innovation projects in 2024, showcasing ongoing support. Recent trends show a focus on deep tech, with NHP Capital's Doc Startups Decoded report highlighting Switzerland's strength in advanced manufacturing, robotics, and quantum computing. Despite a 40% drop in AI investments from Q22-23 to Q23/24. Finding the right investors in Switzerland. Identifying and approaching the right investors is critical. In Switzerland, potential sources include angel investors, wealthy individuals providing capital for equity. Swiss angel investors are active, and networking can help connect with them. Venture capital firms. Firms like Red Alpine, Lakestar, Index Ventures, Six Partners, and Alpana Ventures invest in early-stage startups. For instance, Red Alpine focuses on deep tech, while Lakestar has a broad portfolio including health tech and fintech. Corporate investors. Large companies, especially in pharma, e.g., Novartis, and tech, invest in startups aligned with their strategic goals, offering not just capital but also industry expertise. To approach investors. Attend industry events, startup competitions, and leverage connections from universities or incubators. Research their portfolios using platforms like startup.ch, Swiss Startup Investor List to tailor your pitch, emphasizing innovation and scalability, which align with Swiss investor preferences. Crafting a compelling pitch. Your pitch deck is your golden ticket, and it should include problem. Clearly state the problem you're addressing, such as inefficiencies in plastic recycling, as seen with Depoli. Solution. Explain your product or service and how it solves the problem. Market opportunity. Define your target market and its size, leveraging Switzerland's access to European markets. Business model. How will you make money? For example, through sales, subscriptions, or licensing. Traction. Any evidence of market validation, such as user signups, beta testers, or early revenue. Team. Highlight the experience and expertise of your team, especially if connected to ETH or EPFL. Financials. Include basic projections for revenue, costs, and growth over the next 12 to 18 months. Tailor your pitch to Swiss investors by emphasizing innovation, global impact, and potential for scalability, given Switzerland's reputation as an international business hub. Practice your pitch to be confident and ready for questions, and avoid common mistakes like being too vague or overestimating market size, as noted in general startup advice. Navigating the funding process. Once you have investor interest, the process involves several steps. Due diligence. Investors will thoroughly investigate your startup's financials, legal standing, and market potential. Be prepared with transparent documentation. Term sheets. A document outlining the terms of the investment, including valuation, equity stake, and rights. Common instruments in Switzerland include convertible notes and equity rounds. Negotiations. Discuss and agree on terms that work for both parties. For example, ensure the valuation reflects your startup's potential and market conditions. Legal documentation. Finalize the investment agreement with the help of legal counsel. In Switzerland, startups often choose a stock corporation for VC investments due to easier share transfers, as opposed to limited liability companies, which require registration for share transfers and can be burdensome. Legal considerations under Swiss corporate law include limits on dividends, which can only be paid from disposable profit and reserves, and restrictions on redemptions. Shareholders' agreements often specify no dividends, reinvesting profits instead, with preference rights for investors if paid. Anti-dilution protections and preemptive rights are also common, governed by Swiss law and expanded in agreements. Consulting legal counsel experienced in Swiss startup funding is advisable to navigate these aspects effectively, especially given the complexity of local regulations. Post-funding strategies. After securing seed funding, focus on managing investor relations. Keep investors updated with regular progress reports. They're your partners now, and their support can open doors to future funding or customers. Using funds effectively, allocate capital according to your plan, focusing on key areas like product development, marketing, and hiring. For example, invest in our AMP Winking and Laughing to leverage Switzerland's innovation strengths. Planning for future funding. Start thinking about the next funding round early, setting clear milestones that will attract further investment, such as scaling user base or achieving revenue targets. Recent trends show that maintaining strong investor relationships can open doors to additional funding, especially in a competitive ecosystem where funding volumes are high but selective, as noted in the UI Swiss Startup Barometer H2 2023. Conclusion and current trends. Raising seed funding in Switzerland involves understanding the local ecosystem, preparing thoroughly, and navigating the funding process with care. By leveraging available resources like InnoSuisse, ETH Zurich, and VentureKick, and tailoring your approach to Swiss investors, you can secure the capital needed to grow. As of March 2025, the ecosystem is thriving with record funding levels and a focus on deep tech and clean tech, offering a positive backdrop for startups. Remember to consult legal counsel for Swiss-specific requirements and maintain strong investor relations for long-term success.